Okay, hi morning traders. Welcome back to Morning Cup by 8. Good to see you guys again. Aiman here. Right. So we're seeing that the S&P 500 push above the 6,600 points over the past few weeks. I mean this week. I think driven largely by the optimism around the rate cuts previously. So strong AI and also tech earnings. Right. So I think most of us are aware that last night, Fed has cut the rate well within the market expectation at 4 to 5%. So the Fed are expecting another two more cuts before the year end, concerning about the labor market as well as the inflation. Right. So those big tech, I think, remains key, but the rally now seems a bit broader. If you can see here, in the industrial energy and so consumer are showing a follow through strength. Well, tech, AI exposure still makes sense at this juncture, but uh, I think it's also worth considering some cyclical names and health tech like Eli Lilly, Novo, and all to diversify in case the market rotates again. Well, I think if you remember recently, Oracle shares jump after the involvement in the TikTok initiative to continue operating in the US. Okay, so this shows that those AI semicons cloud infra demand is still there. Also, there's this AI model. AI models is driving the spending. Right. So, looking ahead, we expect that the S&P could travel even further, reaching these 6,700 points level. Right. So, move on to our US trading stocks that we have published overnight. So we publish Ally Financial, ALY. So the stock has breakout above the $42 level. Well, if the bullish momentum could persist, we can expect that the stock to travel towards the $45 on a strong momentum, followed by the next resistance at $48 level. Now, if the counter reverse and breach lower, so do mark at $39 level, followed by the immediate support. This breakout could indicate initial trend reversal signal. Right. So also we have GE Aerospace, GE. So if you see here, the counter experienced a bullish on its second straight session, and also with a gap up, okay, and breakout above the immediate resistance at 280 level. So if the stock climb up higher, we could see that it might propel towards the $310 level, with net resistance is seen at $330 level. Now, if the stock slid below the $265, this might signal a possible shift to a bearish structure. Right. So the China A50 index, I think, has moved higher in the recent session, supported by the renewed optimism in the domestic tech, as well as the the AI space. So sentiment was also lifted by easing trade tension, and also policy signals that the China is now prioritizing the self-sufficient in the key industries. Right. So at this juncture, I think momentum in these semicons and also AI related counters remain the key driver, with additional support from the government policy. Right. So for now, I think thematic play is tilted or shifted, or giving focus towards the AI semicons and also the broader domestic tech, right? Which I think continue to attract attention. Also, if you see here, Technical wise, the index are now comfortably above this 20 and also 50-day SMA lines, signaling a straight bullish momentum is holding tightly, right? Not to forget also uh, the Hang Seng Index, HSIF, also getting higher and higher following the recent uh, updates. Right. So, okay. Recently, I think WTI crude uh, oil price had climbed. I think helped by big inventory draws and also supply raise from Ukraine and also Russia damage. But I think from yesterday's session, it retraced slightly. I think likely due to profit taking and concern over weak demand in this oil price. Right. So prices price are also bumping into this resistance now. Well, the main key now is to see whether, I mean, what Fed uh, uh, says, whether demand data holds up, and whether further supply disruption materialize. Well, if all that stays supportive, you know, upside remains possible, but downside risk from the oversupply, uh, weak demand, or to which Fed language is real. So for now, we still hold our negative trading bias in our report, eyeing for 60 to $57 level, right? Okay, coming back to Malaysia, so FKLI closed bullish yesterday with the index pushing above 1,006 points, 1,600 points. So foreign investors showed more interest, and buyers came in across blue chips, not just those small counters, small stocks, right? So key sectors like financial, consumer, and also um, tech are likely to benefit from this moment. I mean, those blue chips lah. Okay, so uh, still we keep our eye on the currency move. Well, I think yesterday the USD the US USDMYR seems strengthening. I think around 4.1 ish, right? So overall we are positive, but stay alert, right? So do expect a lower volatility this week because of the uh, short holiday, right? Also trading volume and also investors participation are expected to be slightly lower, right? So if we were to look at the sector performance day-to-day basis, well, can see that the consumer and also industrial production seems healthy yesterday, appearing as the top gainer yesterday, adding by 1.7% and also 1.3% respectively. So yeah, we have our watch list here across few sectors. I mean, yeah, you can take a look at some of the names that we have highlighted, uh, which may potentially have a breakout in the coming session. Right. So moving on to our trading stocks right today for Malaysia. So if you can recall on the gold price recently been skyrocketing. Okay, so this has triggers our screener, and we got Almas today, Almas Resources. So the stock has experienced a breakout formation above the 68-cent level. So with that, we expect the momentum to remain bullish, and the stock able to climb higher to test next resistance at 74 cent, followed by 80-cent level. So if the counter breakout below the 62 cent and form a new lower low, this could indicate a near-term pullback in the future. Right, so next we have the QR resources, consumer stocks, selling eggs. So the stock yesterday has experienced a breakout above the falling at 42 cent on accelerated or increasing volume. So should the bullish momentum hold and continue to trend higher in the coming session, the counter potentially climbing higher towards the 4.60 resistance, followed by 4.72 resistance. So if it drops below 4.30 cent level, this will open the door for a further correction phase. Right. So just to share a little bit, maybe if you wanted to look apart from this consumer and also gold stocks, maybe you can take a look at the utilities YTL Corp as well. At the moment, the stock has been trending up higher and higher, trying to propel towards the 2.80. I think this is achievable. With the support now seen at 2.65. Right. So yeah, moving on to the FCPO. So it has just had a tiny gain of 5 ringgit, likely driven by a mix supply worries. Okay. I think seasonal or local production. So and also better demand signals, I think mainly from the India imports. Right. So there's also a favorable backdrop from the edible oil market, which where palm oil looks more attractive. So I think demand isn't roaring that much, but sentiment is improving. So key support still seems at key support still at 4,350 and also 4,250, while resistance is at 4,500 and also 4,600. So looking ahead, we still hold a positive trading bias for FCPO in the coming sessions ahead. Right. So I think that's all from me. So I pass the floor to the next presenter. Happy trading, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, Aiman. Welcome back, Aiman. All right. Hi, good morning, everyone. Vanessa from IHB Warrant. So I'll be sharing on some of the top traded warrants yesterday. So I start with the local warrants first. All right. So yesterday, Nadai Smart C15 and Binastra CA, these are and also Gamuda C4A. All three of these are actually one of the top traded warrants among the peers. So Nadai Smart C15 is actually a core warrant over Nadai Speedmart. So it actually recorded about 2.4 million volume traded yesterday, and it actually recorded an all-time high in the market share. All right, so for this, I will be sharing with you on the specifications later. While for Binastra CA, it's actually the one and only Binastra core warrant in the market right now. So it actually garnered quite some high interest from the investors on Binastra as well. On the other hand, Gamuda, yesterday Gamuda market share actually underwent a slight roller coaster ride. All right, so for Gamuda C4A, also one of the highest traded among all Gamuda core warrants. But then, if for I would say for investors who actually entered at a slightly higher price, they actually experienced some losses. So that is actually the pros and cons in investing in core warrants. So what you need to do is to have a very good risk management. All right. So before I dive deeper into the local stock warrants, I would like to bring your attention to the US stock warrants that's actually issued by RHB Investment Bank. So we are the only issuers who actually issued the stock warrants over US stocks, single stocks only. All right, so from this list, you'll be able to see some of the, every one of us would know all these names like Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, Microsoft. All right, so all of these warrants are actually, the underlying assets are actually from the US tech stocks from NASDAQ. So you'll be able to see yesterday, if you're following us, we actually saw high volume traded on NVIDIA core warrant, NVIDIA C2. All right, we are also the only NVIDIA warrants in the market right now. While Tesla C7 has always been a very popular single stock warrants for US names. Okay, so this list will be available on the RHB World website. And if you notice that, you actually don't have to fork out US dollars to invest into all these US single stock warrants, because from the bid price over here, you'll be able to invest into it in ringgit Malaysia. So they are actually less than 20 cents, some of them less than 40 cents, which if you compare to the mother share that is denominated in US dollar, then you will only actually fork out a smaller capital outlay on this. Right, so Binastra warrant, let's go back to Binastra. So if you actually key in on RHB TradeSmart, you'll be able to see the mother share and also the call warrant CA. So due to the effective gearing of about 4.1 times, which means 1% move in Binastra mother share could move this warrant, Binastra CA, by 4.1%. So yesterday, how do we actually calculate the return on our RHB website is that we compare the bid price of the warrants from the previous day closing. So if you compare RHB website and also RHB TradeSmart, right, then you could see why different. This one say 5%, that one say 4%, and this say 20%, and the other one is 33%. All right, so the reason being is that for RHB TradeSmart, for all these trading platforms, they actually use a reference price, but for RHB World website, we use the previous day closing. All right, so for Binastra CA actually went up by about 3 cents from 9 cents, 9 cents to 12 cents. Okay, all right, about 3 cents. So it actually recorded about 33% from the previous day closing. All right, so if you actually refer to the metrics, then you will be able to see how actually the Binastra CM moves in accordance to the movement in Binastra market share. All right, so Nadia Speedmart, I would say it's always the crowd's favorite. Okay, so Nadia Speedmart yesterday was closed around like 2 ringgit 61 cents. And for C15, actually, we had about 2.6 million traded. But you will notice, why is it so bad? Because it actually dropped about 33%. All right, but in fact, it's not true, because this one, we are using a reference price. It's not that it's wrong, but then it's that the reference price is different from the price that is recorded on the website. So for the next Speedmart C15, with an effective gearing of about 5.6 times, actually went up about 11.8% compared to the previous day closing. All right, so for more accuracy, you can actually use RHB Warren website to during the trading hours. So it's better for you to use these price metrics to see what price you want to enter and also exit. Okay, so just a quick live action. So I will be showing you on the price metrics. Okay, so this is on the website. So that's three Nadia Speedmart, C15, C5, and C key. So how do you actually gauge which is the best Nadia Speedmart warrant for you, or maybe any other warrants? So you can just compare on the metrics, and then you will be able to see the price movement and also the bid price. So if you want it to be, I would say that if compare Nadia Speedmart C15 and C5, right, with the expiry of 2026, 99 Speedmart C15 with a longer expiry and also about the same sensitivity. If you look at the price change, it's the same sensitivity. Then 99 Speedmart C15 would be a better choice than C5 if you are bullish and also you are looking for a higher gearing. Okay, so at the same time, if you don't want to use like an Speedmart and you want to actually have some exposure in YTL, so that we have YTL Corp and also YTL Power. So you can just use this warrant metrics to gauge. So you don't have to just look at the RHB TradeSmart, the bid and ask queue, and then you don't know what price that is going to flip next. Then you can just use the RHB World website to see how much you're going to earn or maybe lose. So that is actually for you to know what price to go in and exit. All right, so for YTL and YTL Power, YTL C1T, the price is definitely more attractive, I would say, compared to the mother share, because it's around like 18.5 cents and 19 cents. All right, while for other utilities like YTL Power C89 and C96, then I would say YTL Power C89 would be a better choice for short-term trader because the sensitivity is only at 3 to 4 ticks. All right, so you'll be able to record a gain in a shorter time, or maybe losses if you want to, cut loss or maybe have some cushion in your trade. Then YTL Power C89 would be a slightly better choice compared to C96. So it still depends on your trading strategy. All right, so with this, that's all from the warrant side today. All right, so I'll pass the floor to our next presenter, Faiz. Thank you.
Hi, morning everyone. So we have a Scientex result today, maintain neutral with a TP of MYR 3.55. FY25 result came in within expectations. Packaging segment revenue slipped 3% year-on-year, but EBIT fell by a larger percentage of 31% year-on-year. In FY25, no thanks to stiff competition from China, which squeezed margins. Property sites, meanwhile, saw 8% and 14% year-on-year, driven by steady demand for affordable housings and take-up for new launches. Okay, moving forward, FY26F management believe that the packaging segment is at the low end of the cycles and expecting near-term rebound, with margin ranging around 6 to 7%. For property, meanwhile, FY25 launch stood at roughly 2.5 billion and guiding more than 3 billion for FY26F. Overall, we increased our earning by 1% and 5% for FY26F and FY27F. After increasing margin assumptions and higher property sales. That's all from us. Thank you for listening. Hope to see everyone at the same time tomorrow, and goodbye.